Hi, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Marketing and Tech Show by Martech Wise. Today, I have with me the team from FlyWP, who is here to showcase their product demo for you and also answer your questions. And with that, I'd like to welcome the FlyWP team to join us. Mates, do say hi, introduce yourselves.
So let me go first. So my name is Tarek Hassan. I'm the founder and CTO of WeDevs and FlyWP and other brands inside WeDevs.
Hi there, guys. Saif here. I work as the lead product manager at WeDevs and the other brands that Tarek just mentioned.
Awesome, great. We're very happy to have both you gentlemen here with us on the show today. I'd like to make this a good session. So I think with that, maybe let's get started and talk a little bit about FlyWP. Uh, and maybe I can invite the two of you to maybe share with us what FlyWP is about and just what does it offer our community users.
So FlyWP is a server management platform, not like a cloud management platform. By that, you can uh, deploy a optimized server in your favorite cloud provider like DigitalOcean, Vultr, Linode, AWS, GCP, or any other server provider you like. So normally we host a lot of WordPress sites, right, for ourselves, for customers. And those are mainly coming from cPanel based shared web servers. So if you need more power and more control to like control every aspect of your website, performance, speed, anything, then you need to go with custom servers like cloud providers like GCP, AWS, or any like budget friendly server providers like DigitalOcean, Linode, Vultr, etc. So FlyWP really makes it easy for you, and you don't need to have any knowledge of managing servers. So you can just connect your account and choose the server provider, like size and which region you want to deploy the server to, and it will do the rest. It will spin up a new server in that cloud provider, and it will install and manage, configure everything according to like the things, because it comes from our experience, right? So it configures the server and enables you to launch a super fast optimized WordPress website. So we are really focused on WordPress. So there are other cloud panels like this who focuses on everything, but as WordPress is now powering around like 43 to 45% of the web, so we really want to focus on WordPress only. And uh, we have been in the business for the last 10 years. WeDevs is the main parent company behind FlyWP. So our collective knowledge of WordPress plugin development and product development and client management, so all these like experiences coming together, and we launched FlyWP early of this year. And yeah, and we are here to answer your questions and show you what we have built.
That's great to hear. I think maybe what we can do is we can start off by looking into like use cases in real life. As you know, like most of our community members are web professionals, either web designers, developers, or maybe they run their own web agencies, for example. So I think one of the questions is definitely how do you see FlyWP being used by users? What type of users would gain the most mileage out of it? And who are the current most active users of FlyWP right now?
So FlyWP is catering towards all kind of audiences. So if you have a personal website for your friends and family, you can use it. If you have clients that you need to show websites, demo, etc., you can use it. If you're an agency or you're a developer, all sorts of audiences can use this because you are in control. We only are a management portal. We help you. Like, you don't need to have a DevOps knowledge to manage a server to launch a website, WordPress-based website. So we do the heavy lifting for you. So you are given a simple panel to work with. Just click and do the things, and in our optimized way or our like configured way, we deploy the servers, we deploy the websites, and because it's fully targeted towards WordPress, so we bring a lot of like tight coupling with WordPress websites. So all the security, all the attacks that happens in WordPress websites, like XML RPC and like uploading a PHP script in your uploads folder. So things like that, we gathered knowledge, like, and we see in the internet everywhere that how to secure a website, WordPress website with Nginx, with Apache, with these rules, that firewall. So these all knowledges come together, and we made it very easy for you to just click and turn on some settings, turn off some settings, and you're good to go. You don't have to do anything. So that's the value proposition we are building. Like it's a very like you are given the root access to your server, so you can do anything. But on the other hand, you don't have to do anything if you wanted to. You can control from the command line, or you can control from the panel, whatever you like.
Got it. Got it. Okay. I think one of the things that has come across quite clearly is that this is really optimized for WordPress. So based on our understanding, right, is that FlyWP is a server management solution that works with like any of the cloud server providers like your DigitalOcean, your Voucher, your AWS, for example. And I guess what it does is one click, two click, integrate with DigitalOcean, and then you can have your server spun up. But I guess maybe what I wanted to understand is how is it optimized for WP as compared to other server management solutions, and also when you mention things like Docker powered, right? What does that mean in terms of like um, say isolating the WordPress instance in terms of like security and speed, for example?
Right. So our full platform is like running with Docker. So Docker is what it does is it containerize everything. So Nginx runs in a container, PHP runs in a container, MySQL runs in a container. So what happens is we see a lot of hacked website in WordPress, right? So because there are so many plugins, and sometimes there are some vulnerabilities in the plugin, and we don't know like which one is going to be affected. But because PHP is running inside a container, it doesn't have access outside of the container. That means outside of the container is your server. So even if one site gets hacked, it can't go out of that container because it's containerized, and your other websites are not affected with it. So that is one of the benefit, and we can run anything because we are not actually installing a lot of dependencies like softwares in your root. uh, let's say we are running on Ubuntu, so Ubuntu servers. So everything is inside the container, so we can run simultaneously like Nginx, Open Lightspeed, or whatever we like without breaking anything. If you need a latest PHP version, we can give it to you. If you need a very old one, like let's say PHP 5.6, you can also have that because everything comes as a container and you can plug it in anywhere. And if you need latest and greatest softwares or anything, that we can just plug it in. That's how Docker is very flexible as well as secured.
Got it. Got it. Okay. I think what we're gonna do is let's go into talking about go into showing the demo. But I think with that in mind, right, while we're showing the demo, right, it would be good to maybe for the team to maybe share a bit about the features as we go along. Things like your database and backup, your WP Config Manager, things like your WordPress magic login, centralized WordPress update, and yeah, all of the different features as we go along. Maybe you can kind of like show us as we go. I think with that in mind, I will let Saif take over to maybe share his screen, and then we can get started with the demo.
Okay, great. So I'm showing a demo. Can you see the demo? Am I audible enough?
Yes, I think it's on the screen now. I think everyone can see it.
Okay. So this is the FlyWP dashboard. So you get a dashboard like this when you sign up at FlyWP. We have a free plan always, so you can add a one server and one site with a free plan as well. So for the demo purposes, I have already created a DigitalOcean server and connected it, but I'm gonna show you how you can connect it easy way. So you can connect with your own server, or you can provision servers through us as well. So DigitalOcean, I'm showing for demo purposes. So when you have a DigitalOcean connected profile connected with FlyWP, you basically get all the options to create a server on DigitalOcean. So this is the same thing that if you go through DigitalOcean and create a server, and we are doing this from FlyWP, so you can have a complete experience without leaving the FlyWP dashboard. So you can basically choose your server size, choose between premium, Intel, and AMD. There are some general purpose and memory optimized server options from Digital. So everything is here, and the pricing you see, this is not our pricing. This is basically how DigitalOcean is charging you for a server. So for example, 1 core, 1 GB, and 25 GB storage server costs you around $6 per month. So you can choose as per your preference, and you can just click launch server to basically create the server on FlyWP. So I will not gonna create a new server here because I have already created one. So once you created a server, you basically Gradient Hydra. This is my server name. So this is just a demo name for today. And when you go here, go to into the server, there is a site space. So by default, it will be blank when you create a new server. But for demo purposes, I have created a few sites already. So this is the new site. I am going to show you. So this is the new site that I have just created for Martech's testing purpose. And you can log into this website through our magic login feature, which is very helpful and loved by our customers. So when I click basically this magic login feature, I go to the WordPress website, and you can basically see everything is here already propagated, and I can visit the website and and change things like that. So this only took me around half a minute or maybe 1 minute, and everything is ready here. You can see we already have a FlyWP plugin installed. For every installation, we install this plugin to make sure that we communicate well from the website to the FlyWP dashboard. Everything works as intended. And the FlyWP helper plugin comes with fast CGI caching. I have enabled it. So we recommend enabling the fast CGI cache for very nice performance. You can also configure your emails from here. So you don't need a separate SMTP plugin. And when I come back, let me come back to the FlyWP dashboard. So let me show you how you can create a new site. So there are basically 4 options. You can create an instance site, which basically hosts a FlyWP hosted website for demo sites. So every website created under instance sites are hosted under a subdomain under flywp.xyz. So it is really helpful for staging purposes or testing purposes, or invite your team members to have a nice website to play around with. And we have also support for WordPress multi-site. Many users rely on WordPress multi-site. Not only multi-site, we have support for subdirectory and subdomain type of both type of multi-site. And you can also select a WordPress site from Git repository by utilizing Bedrock. So this is very helpful for developers who want to manage WordPress in a nice way with Composer. So this is basically the website view, and we have also some other things. I'm going to show you those one by one. So this is I'm logged into the sites view inside FlyWP. I can visit the site. I can go to the WP admin from here. I have some nice options here. I can clone the site. The clone will basically clone the website on the same server, and we have plans to basically enable users to clone site on a different server as well. That is in the plan. And there is some overview here. The HTTPS. Whenever I have created the site, a Let's Encrypt SSL certificate has been issued and automatically enabled. Fast CGI caching is enabled, and I created this site a few minutes ago. And if you go to the caching, I have enabled the fast CGI caching here. And if I go to the SSL, you can see my SSL certificate is active. And you can also use your custom SSL certificates using the custom SSL feature. We have just launched this recently, maybe a couple of days ago, and it is being loved by our customers on our group. This is really nice, the WP config settings. So basically what happened when you using cPanel or any other panel, so using or configuring any WP config related configs, you have to manually go to the file manager and go to the WP config.php file and basically alter it as you want. So if you are a new user, this may be daunting task for you. So we can really do a lot of things from here. And there is, if you are a power user, we can also edit the WP config file from here as well. As you can see, I have just opened the WP config file from here. And I can basically turn around these easy toggles like display PHP errors, log errors, script debug. These are really helpful options for developers and for debugging purposes. So I'm not going to enable it right now for everyone, but debug mode, log error, PHP error, and everything that comes related to debugging and related stuff. In the security, we have some really nice options. As Tarek mentioned, FlyWP is really optimized for WordPress. So we basically automatically enable 7G firewall for all on installation. XML RPC is a file that regularly are being used by hackers to compensate your WordPress security. So we disable it by default. We also disable RSS at fees. You can also enable it by turning it off. And we have some nice to have security rules that protects your WP content directory, include directory, and some other nice to have features. Like there are some plugins that can disable comments site-wide. So you can do this from here. You can disable trackbacks. You can add security headers.
Let me add along with Saif that these are rules that are maintained from Nginx. So we are not using PHP here. So this kind of blocking is blocked from the Nginx level. So those attacks or requests don't come to WordPress or via PHP. So these are, you can disable comments from, there are plugins also available to disable comments, but they are doing it from WordPress plugin, right? So from here, you can do it from Nginx level. So it doesn't even touch your PHP, and it's more secure to do that in this way.
And more resource friendly, I want to add. So really nice way. And you can also add some security related stuff. So basically everything related to security are here. We are also planning to add more stuff here. And we'll be continuously adding more stuff. And we have a plan to introduce a feature called vulnerability scanning. So what we have planned, that there will be a feature that basically scans for all plugins that you have, and basically that will check the checksum from WordPress org or plugin directory. And if any file is compromised, they will be replaced by the WordPress repo, and this will help you to recover a hacked site pretty easily. We have also planned to restore WordPress files as well in this way, like by checking checksum and replacing it. So we have this plan, and we'll bring it something in the next quarter or future. And we also have custom email gateway support. So handling emails is a great daunting task for WordPress users and webmasters alike. So we have basically three gateways by default, and we have custom gateway as well. So basically, you can add any email gateway if you have the SMTP server, port, and username and password. Basically, this is really helpful for anyone to bring any email server that you might be using. It can be Google's, it can be Amazon's, or anything. So it's really helpful, easy, and reliable, and
let
it's
me
more
add also
secure.
some other things, that every WordPress site you see, there is SMTP plugin you have to install. So all these emails are going through that SMTP plugin to your like Postmark or SendGrid, Mailgun, etc. But what we do here is we configure the SendMail application that is available inside Linux platforms. So when you send email from PHP or any application, SendMail is being used. So we configure SendMail so that it can relay that email to your provider. So you don't need a third-party like SMTP plugin. It replaces that plugin by configuring Linux to send it for you. So you need one less plugin in your website.
Again, more resource friendly and secure, I might add. And from the updates directory, you can basically see what plugins you have installed and what plugins, if your WordPress plugins or themes need any update. So we plan to basically add on top of it, and we are planning to enhance it more in the future. So you can have a 360-degree view of all the websites and can update your plugins, themes, and other things like that from one single view. That is also planned. And as webmasters or developers or agencies that may be maintaining thousands of WordPress websites can do these bulk things easily with one click. So this will be there in the future as well. We have a nice little file manager as well. So if you want to upload something really fast, you have got it. You can see the default WordPress files here. We have got the WP content folder admin, and you can basically delete the files and rename it and things like upload a file and folder. And we have also planned to basically add more features as we go to the file manager. And there are some nice stuff here. If you're managing your server, you know that services often need to be restarted. Maybe something you need to do, or there may be some issues that you have been facing using your server. So we have added this here, and you can easily fix your file permission, restart your Docker, restart PHP, or your engine server from here. You can also get your database credentials from here. So for other purposes, I'll also help you to see PHP MyAdmin in just a little bit. And then you can backup on many platforms. So we have we have support for Cloudflare, Amazon S3, and Wasabi, and other platforms. If I go to the settings, I can show you all the backup providers that we have. So we have Amazon S3, DigitalOcean Spaces, Cloudflare 2, Wasabi, Google Cloud Storage, and custom. So basically, by using the custom method, you can bring any storage provider that are S3 compatible. So basically, it opens up the horizon for a lot of good provider, and we have a few on the pipeline we will add here as well. So this is really easy to set up the backup. You set up the backup for your site by giving your bucket name, backup retention time, and you choose when the frequency of your backup. And basically, you can. There are huge files you maybe want to exclude. You can do that as well. And if you schedule this, the backup will happen automatically in a nice interval. And by opting for a remote backup storage, we have ensured a problem that maybe not a problem in paper, because as Tarek mentioned that we have been working with WordPress sites for more than 10 years. So when many times people often back up on your own server, and that's fine. But when you have a really bad time, or your servers crash, or things like a bad thing happen, so if you back up on the same server, so it's not going to work, because your backups would be lost too. So that's not a good way. So we by design, we have chosen a way that should benefit our users. So even in the bad times, you have your backups, you can restore easily. And we have the logs here. So this is basically the server log, that the server log from Linux, the Ubuntu server, and the log file is
No,
currently
I
empty.
need to correct you here. It's a debug.log file from WordPress.
Okay,
So
so
whenever we have something errors from WordPress, we need to see it maybe for debugging purposes. If you turn on the debugging option from WP config, those errors and warnings will be logged here, and you can see it from here. You don't have to SFTP or SSH into there in the server and see it. You can see it from here. And we also use log rotate, a tool, a Linux tool, so that if it exceeds a certain amount, but sometimes in our websites, like I saw like few gigabytes of debug.log files, and it kept eating the space, and the server got unresponsive. So by log rotating it, maybe I think I forgot, maybe 100 megabyte. If it exceeds that 100 megabyte limit, it will create a new file and rotate it, like archive those old files for you, so that it doesn't eat all the spaces in your server.
really nice and handy. Thanks, Tarek. And we have got some settings here. So if you want to, this is FlyWP instance site. So when you are done with playing around, and if you want to basically migrate it to the actual domain, you can change your domain from here. And you can also change PHP settings from here. This is really handy for anyone. As Tarek mentioned, maybe I want to use 7.4 for this website. I can choose 8.1 for another website. This is possible because we are using Docker. And you can change the things that basically you might need to uh, uh, run different plugins and themes, require bigger PHP limits. You can easily change this from here. You can change max execution time, max file. But these are PHP settings that are frequently required to do a lot of stuff, and maybe changing those from CLI or command line isn't your thing. So we have got this covered as well. And PHP opcache and JIT compiler, so for enhancing and performance. And so this is the whole side view. I have almost covered all the things. And then I will go to the server view to show you a few things. We have a cron job manager, a default cron job manager. You can see here. So you can add a cron here, and you can add the cron command, and you can choose the frequency. It's really handy, to be honest. And if you want to have it, if you want to do it from the CLI or SSH, it can save a bit of time. And you can also have PHP admin access. So you can just basically kick PHP admin to open your database console and manage your databases visually using PHP myadmin. And we have a nice status here, server status. So this basically shows the amount of CPU and RAM I'm currently using. So as I'm hosting a lot of sites in this instance, this is a really tiny server. So the CPU load and RAM is a bit high, but if you use a server which has more resources, it should really lower the resources. And we have a dedicated firewall manager as well. And we deploy these 3 rules. These are basically allowed. These are basically there to help you guide your website to make sure there aren't any incoming attacks, and we basically block all the other stuff that you shouldn't require. And you can also add other rules. You can allow or deny requests from here. It's really easy to add a firewall rule from here, and maybe Tarek can add a bit of technical background how this is handling via our inside the server.
Yeah, so we are using UFW, so uncomplicated firewall from Ubuntu. So we are blocking ports so that if you want to disable SSH access or other like SMTP ports for like maybe spamming or anything, you can do it from here. You can block or allow any port from anywhere or any specific IP.
Really easy, and this is a really nice graphical user interface to do that. And you can we have some server related stuff that helps everyone. Nginx proxy, if you want to restart the MySQL server, the Redis server, Redis for what that you are using for caching, and Ophelia for the crons and job schedules. And there are some other stuff as well, SSH info. So you can add your SSH key via this platform. You can add your public key, so you can easily log in. And basically here is the IP address and other stuff related. You can also, we have a server maintenance stuff, so you don't need a plugin for that. So you can basically do that, and you can also delete your server. So I have just missed one thing, and I'm going to show you. So this is the team members area. So you can basically add new team members. We have a few roles: admin, server admin, and site admin. You can basically invite anyone to give this dashboard. So if you want to invite anyone, you can add the member and they can get this access. So really easy stuff. We have some dark mode as well. Really looks pretty. So I think that's a rundown of everything. Most of the things.
We also show the site creation page.
Okay, sure. Let me just change. So I'm going to create an instance site.
So show the full, like the form,
Okay.
maybe turn off the test domain also. Show other options. Yeah.
Okay. So you can choose your domain. You can choose the PHP version. You can enable automatic DNS record creation on Cloudflare. So we have a Cloudflare integration as well. Automatic HTTPS, FlyWP will automatically issue an SSL certificate. So for demo purposes, I'm creating a new test site. Or should I create a website here? But it will not work though, because the domain name will not be there. So I will just create a instance site. Oh, basically you can also create an external database. Forgot to say, this is really a nice feature. So if you want to host your database like Amazon or Google Cloud, you can use that with FlyWP as well, easy peasy. And you can create the site here. We have the WordPress multi-site option, as I have mentioned before. I'll create a normal site. This is the admin username, automatically pre-filled. I'm not going to enable the cache right now, but you can do this. And if I create next, the site will be, an instance site will be created. You can see the actual URL that will be here, the instant under FlyWP instant domain.
Yeah, while it's creating, maybe we can go to like other portions, like if you have any questions, Donald.
Yeah, I think we actually have a lot of questions. Maybe we can start off by like.
Okay, so should I think I can stop the demo window right now.
Yeah, maybe we can keep the demo on the screen, but I think let's just maybe go and answer the questions first. Okay, I think we'll start with the easy ones. I think maybe first question is like, do you plan to expand beyond WordPress or stick to WP only?
So as the name suggests, so the name is FlyWP. So we want to fly with WP, but we'll also support other PHP or static websites as well. So we will continue supporting other type of websites, but our main focus will be WordPress only. Like not only like WordPress with like tight integration, but we also support other kind of PHP applications as well.
Got it. Okay. I think one question that I wanted to ask is, sorry, let me just find the question. Let me see. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I think one question that many people are asking is, as you know, that I think you have a AppSumo campaign running right now for FlyWP. So I think people are asking, what's the primary objective to launch the LTD campaign? I guess they're asking if there's raising funds or acquiring customers, or just getting feedback, for example.
Yeah. So our main goal is to acquire customers, because we launched this nice product. It's very minimal, very easy to use for any kind of like customer base. But AppSum is a big hub for like lifetime deals. Our plan is not to give lifetime deals, but to acquire more customers. So to also like the name has to be like out there also, right?
Yep.
So it's also for publicizing it. So as AppSum has a bigger audience, we went there to like go to their in mind, so that there's a product. Because if you have a good product and you don't have a lot of customers, it doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
So WeDevs is like the main company. We are bootstrapped and we are profitable, and we have not taken any external monies, and we have been in the business for last, I think, 11 years. So we have the fund from there to launch this kind of products, but to grow as a customer base, and we want to be profitable. So I see a lot of lifetime deals that within 1 year or 2 years they go out of business and they shut down. Our plan is not that like that. So we are in this business for a long time, and we want to be there. But yeah, so AppSumo deal is mainly for acquiring customers. After this, we will turn off all lifetime deals and we'll be on monthly payments only, like
Yep.
subscription payments only.
Got it. Got it. So I guess maybe one of the things about acquiring customers is, of course, like honing in on your zone of genius, right? So one thing I wanted to ask is, I think Saif mentioned the tight integration with the WordPress and everything. So maybe we could just do a quick recap again, just how is it really optimized for WordPress? I think we covered a lot of it just now in terms of like some of the small features, you know, that combine it. But maybe if you were just to give like the top 3 takeaways how FlyWP is optimized for WordPress, what would you say that would be?
So I'll mainly focus on security. So by combining all the rules that it allows you to have from the dashboard, it basically secures your website. So that is one of the pain point. So anywhere you can run just like a PHP MySQL application anywhere. So it's not a big deal, but optimizing in a way that, like with our helper plugin as well, also from Nginx rules, also from adding small things in the dashboard by like editing WP config, managing WP config, like adding backup solution without a plugin, adding email solution without a plugin. So it lifts a lot of burden from your WordPress website. And we're also tweaking it every day, so that what can we do like to make the website faster. That's our motto. So like so lots of things like page speed is also in our pipeline, so that we can know what is your page speed, and we'll have a history, like how did it change. And we also want to add page speed with Nginx, so that it can uh, you know learn from there and like optimize images and optimize asset delivery, things like that. So we are continuously like adding those improvements and also adding security as well. Also, a lot of we want to remove a lot of plugin dependencies as well. If you need to have 5 or 10 plugins for optimization, for backups, for emails, if we can remove that, that's also a performance benefit for you.
Yep, got it. I think maybe one more question, a few more questions. Actually, we have a lot, so let's just go through. Uh, yeah, I guess this is a very valid question. It's like no technical knowledge is needed to use FlyWP, it's meant for newbie, but just in case the website is down for any reason, uh, what does the newbie need to do to recover the site? I don't think your support covers that. Yeah, I guess this is a valid thing because I think although like if you're using shared hosting, I'm not sure like how helpful the hosting support team is. Yeah, but I mean, I think it's a valid question to ask maybe.
Yeah, so basically, we're not a hosting company. We are basically providing you a hosting panel so that you can manage your WordPress website, also the server, very easily without any knowledge. So we had provided, if you had checked the dashboard, we have some manage tab inside the server and inside the uh, website as well. So by these things, so we are looking a pattern that why a site can be down, why a website may be down. Maybe there are some like PHP error that is giving you a white screen of death. In that case, you can just turn on the WP debug and debug logging, and you can see on your debug.log file why is it broken. If a plugin is broken, you can just go to the file manager and delete that plugin or rename the plugin file, like folder, and your site will be back up again. So we are like from the feedback of the customers, we are getting a lot of things that why it may go down. Something like there is a issue with permission, so that's why we added a permission fixer button there, so that it fixes your permission. And you may have issues with memory management, you may have issues with PHP or engineering, you can restart them as well. Maybe your Redis cache is full, you can restart them, or maybe you can just purge the cache from here. You cannot access WordPress admin panel to clear the cache, but you can access your FlyWP dashboard, and you can clear that from here.
Yep, got it. Okay, I think there's a lot of questions about different integrations. Let me just run through them quickly. Do you support open Lightspeed servers?
Not yet, but it's in our plan, and it's the most requested feature yet ever.
Okay, okay. Do you support custom SSL?
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
we do.
Okay. Um, okay, connect. Yeah. So I think we already mentioned about okay, can I use it with Amazon server? Yeah, I guess
Yes,
AWS. Yep. Okay.
yes, you can with any server.
Okay.
If it's not integrated with our like uh, provider integration, you can just add a custom server, and
Right.
we give you a script that you can run on that server, and we can configure it, and we can just install all the things we need and to manage
Yep.
that.
Yep. Okay. I think we've already answered this question. There is a team feature that is already in the system right now. So
Yeah, we have a team feature that you can. There are 3 roles right now. So admin, server admin, and a site manager. But uh, from the customer feedback, I understand that it's not enough. So we have to add more user roles based on per server or per site. So maybe I want to add a single user to a single site. We have that plan in our roadmap. So we also want to add that as well, per site, per server, like permission
sure.
management.
Okay. One question for myself: can I create mirror images of my own starter sites? So like for example, if I spin up a specific WordPress site, I configure it exactly the way I want. I use it as a starter site for my future web builds. Is there a way to kind of hide it somewhere and then use it to spin off something, or do you guys support something like that?
So right now we have a cloning feature, so you can clone your website with a new domain or whatever domain you use. We'll just clone the database, the files, everything. But we also have a plan to add a blueprint type of system. So you can say that which plugins will be installed, which themes will be installed, and you can like when creating your website, you can choose that blueprint, and those plugins and those themes will be installed by default. And maybe also some, I don't know how will it be possible, but with some demo data as well.
Okay. Yeah, I guess this is somewhat related. Is it possible to create snapshots just like WP reset? I guess maybe the question is this in the context of like when you're like creating a snapshot before you're updating your plugins, or is this like creating a snapshot that you can replicate? Yeah, but maybe
So
I'll leave it
we
to.
can take the backup, right? So we can take the backup, file backup and database backup. Right now we don't have a button to restore that backup, but we have hourly and daily backup. So if we bring the restore feature, so you'll be able to just backup, like restore any day's backup, and it will be just as it will be restored. That's what it means.
Okay.
So basically, so that means also snapshotting, right? So
Yeah.
every day we take a snapshot, and you can like restore any snapshot.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, since we're on this topic of backups, right? Let's just ask a few, like a series of questions, right? Can I back up a website on OneDrive? What type of integration for storage backup?
So not OneDrive, no. Right now we have S3 compatible backups provider
Mm,
and GCP, Google Cloud Storage,
yep.
GCS. So we have some requests for Google Drive and SFTP as well. So maybe we'll add those supports one by one.
Yeah. I think the ones to start first is usually Google Drive, then maybe OneDrive, then Dropbox or things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then I think question for me is like, how about incremental backups?
We don't support incremental backup yet. So we have planned to do that because it's really a good way to reduce storage space, but also it's a bit difficult.
Yeah,
So with
yeah,
incremental backup, maybe you have to turn on, like if I go technical, you have to turn on the MySQL like binary logging, and you have to do the diff, and you have to upload that. So there is a lot of technical things that may go wrong. So it's in our thoughts to have this feature.
yeah. I guess maybe since we're talking about incremental backups, right? One place is used on a lot is in WooCommerce sites, right? So the question is, have you tested FlyWP on a heavy Woo site? How scalable and fast loading can it be?
So it's a very like broad question, like how fast any WooCommerce site can be. It really depends on how many like people are customers are visiting your site, and how good the caching is, how good the RAM is. Like so, it depends on a lot of factors. So if you give resources to it, if you have like hundreds of thousands of products and orders, you have to have a good uh, server with good RAM and good CPUs, and you have to have Redis object caching, you have to have page caching, so things like that. So it really depends.
Mm, yeah, I think main thing to highlight is like it really depends on your server specs.
Yes,
This I mean, FlyWP can help to apply the settings that you need to optimize your
exactly.
server, but you still need to spend the resources on
Exactly.
the server. Okay, we have a lot of questions. I'm starting to lose track of all of the questions already. Uh, okay, let's talk about comparisons. I think there's a few people asking how do you compare with xCloud hosts, and how do you compare with server avatar. I guess we don't want to kind of like go into a long and lengthy talk about all of that,
So
but mm,
basically, like every management platform offers the same thing, right?
mm,
But we are only focusing. So everyone is focusing in everywhere. Our focus is mainly with WordPress. So how can we give more value towards WordPress? So server avatar, xCloud, all these are catering mainly to any sort of PHP applications. Our goal is to provide as like, because WordPress is a big market. Yeah, we have some comparison pages as well, so you can take a look at our website. But we have like nobody is using Docker, so that's the one benefit. Also, I mentioned about security with Docker. So because Docker gives you an isolated environment, so there is a security built in there, and we have a really simple and nice looking dashboard. So it's very easy to look at and manage things.
Yeah.
And yeah, what
Yeah.
can I say? Like, you can check it out. We're trying to, because I manage a lot of servers myself and a lot of websites myself, not customer websites, but our own like production websites.
Yeah.
So I know the pain. So over the last like 10 years, I have been managing a lot of websites. So I know the pain, and I am doing so. And I also like to deal with these things, as I was talking to Donald before of this uh, webinar.
Yeah.
So I'm really into this, and I like it. So
Yeah.
every day we are releasing feature. Every month we are releasing features. So if you take a look at our changelog, we have lots of good things coming in every day, every month.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we just this one. I think since Docker is implemented, it doesn't really get affected since it's isolated containers for all of the different parts.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then so leverage AI here. You can use a document. Okay, host make on one server. Do we have access? Okay, I think yeah, I think there's a lot of questions. I'm gonna not try and answer every question. I'm just gonna pick maybe the best three questions to answer, and then I'm gonna let the VDev team, the FlyWP team, uh, go to the post and answer your comments one by one. So let me just yeah, a few questions. Do you have detailed email alerts when server load hits 1,000?
Right now, we don't have a notification system, but we're working on it. So we will have like different metrics, so that if it like the RAM hits this percent, the CPU hits this percent, we will alert you. But
Got
it's
it.
it's not available yet.
Okay. Okay. Eugene is asking if you use DistroOcean Droplet, does it support volumes?
No, we don't support volumes yet, but if we see a lot of requests coming from the users, we may add that as well.
Got it. Okay.
We are very
And
open to anything related to server and WordPress.
got it. Okay. So and then Adele wanted to share ask us two questions. I think it's sort of related. Can we see the stats from the server, CPU usage,
Yeah.
RAM usage, etc.?
Yes.
I think that was a dashboard that we showed just now.
Yeah.
And then is any feature for scalability?
Right now, scalability, no, because it really depends. If you're talking about vertical scalability, vertical scaling, there are vertical scaling and horizontal scaling, right? So if you have less RAM, less CPU, you have to resize that from your cloud panel, maybe DigitalOcean from or DigitalOcean Vultr or Linode. We don't
Mm,
have a way from our panel yet to resize it.
mm,
But we are also for about like load balancing and stuff, we're also looking in future with Kubernetes. So we want to add Kubernetes as well, so because it's dockerized already, so we can add more nodes, more pods, so that your sites like can get more scalable without like resizing the server itself.
got it. Okay. Okay.
So
But
Kubernetes is something we are looking forward to.
okay, no problem. Is there like for, let's say, for example, DistroOcean, right? Do you do are you managing the server via the API?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that means technically it is possible to eventually use the
Yes,
API
yes,
to
it's
scale
possible.
the
Yes,
server.
yes,
Got
it's
it.
possible.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So last one was my own question, but yeah, I think that's kind of like all I wanted to ask. Okay. I appreciate everybody who has stayed with us throughout the live stream. Thank you so much for being on the thing. I just want to end off by saying a few things, which is that there is a ongoing there's an ongoing
Uh,
abnormal deal. Oh, sorry, Sipes, you want to say something?
Yeah, I should add a bit. So we have a feedback platform for FlyWP, so anyone can post their ideas, and there is a voting system. We look at it. It is called feedback.flywp.com. It is also linked on our landing page. So basically, if you have any feature requests, you can submit it, and if there is enough requests, we'll build it.
Great, great. That's good to hear. A few things I wanted to just share with everyone, which is that there is an ongoing absolute module for FlyWP. So if you would like to make use of this opportunity to get the LTD, now would be a good time. Since I think the team is not planning to bring back the LTD after this already. Second thing is I like to just maybe do a quick shout out for the FlyWP community. Uh, I'm sure you have a lot of questions. You feel free to go there and ask more questions and get your questions answered. And do your due diligence before purchasing the thing, and also just to get any more like insights into WordPress and server management from the team. And I think with that, I'm gonna bring our live session to a close today. I'd like to thank both gentlemen for taking the time out 1 hour of your time on a Friday night to catch up with us and share so much details with the rest of the community. I think FlyWP looks great, and I think we'll be really eagerly watching how it evolves over the years and over the coming months too. So gentlemen, do you have maybe like one last thing you want to say to the community before we sign off?
Yeah, thank you, Donald, for having us, and also the Martic Wise team to give us the opportunity to talk about the product in the group. So we are also very excited about this platform, and we are looking forward to have a we don't believe in LTDs. I don't believe in LTDs because it's a way of initially getting customers, but in the long term you have to be profitable, right? So without being profitability, you cannot run a company. So maybe this is the last time we'll be doing LTD like this. So, and if you have any questions, just join our group and we are there to answer your queries.
Got it. And Saif, do you
You
have any more
can
questions?
also email us at support@flywp.com for anything related to your inquiries, and we'll be happy to help. We have our feedback platform, we have our group. We try to be as responsive as possible, and hopefully we'll catch up again in the future. And as Tarek said, that we are not a really great believer of LTDs. We are a company that bootstrapped from the beginning, and we plan to do the same with this product as well.
Great. Good to hear. So with that, I'd like to thank everybody, and we're gonna sign off for this particular session. Hope everybody is having a great Friday, and I wish you a great weekend ahead. So
Yeah.
until next time, see you everyone. Bye bye.
Bye
Yeah,
bye.
thank
Thank you
you,
very
everyone.
much
Bye.
for having us. Bye.